Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy, DJ Killzone Jones, Big Killzone, on your phone, and my money still on, man. I now welcome you to the Tales of the Simp podcast. And today, we're going to be showing love to the ladies because, you know, quiet is kept. Ladies be simping too. Now, how is that that I might add, how can ladies simp too? Women will simp for the man that they want. We don't call it that, but it's basically that too. Women will, you know, date guys that they know they don't want them. Have their kids that they know they don't want them. Marry them and stay with them when they cheat on them and stuff like that. But here's the thing: women tend to learn after most of the time after one or two infractions, and they learn and they step their game up and their standards up. And so, what I want the fellas to learn from the ladies is endurance, standards, and expectations. You know, a lot of times we view a woman who has a standard and expectation for us that didn't have a standard and expectation from the last guy is that she wants us to simp, right? But that's not necessarily the case. She's learned through trial and error that she's not going to have, say if she got a kid, she's not going to have nobody else's kids unless she gets married. You know what I'm saying? Or the guy isn't going to be able to have this ease of access to her unless he commits or gets married. And just like women have these terms and conditions, we as men should have it too. And we should have them beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this override this. Don't let this and this override this. You should always, your thinking brain should always outweigh your feeling brain. I think with women, most of them have like one, maybe two guys that they let like break their heart, and then that's it. They're going to have terms and conditions. They're going to have standards. And as much as we want to say, we want to scream high value man, high value this, that, and the third, we are losing at the end of the day because it's not that many relationships being birthed. It's not that many marriages that are being birthed, and they're not kids. There's not that many kids being raised in two-parent households. But I had to commend the women because once they fall on their head, once men, it usually takes us from being down and out, and it's harder for us to come back because women, for the most part, will work with each other to build each other up. Men, not so much. You know what I'm saying? We talk about high value men and men that work together. Those are the guys who are high up on the totem pole. But for the working guy, nobody really has a whole lot of sympathy for the broke down, busted man or the broke down, you know what I'm saying? You know, people don't have that much sympathy for him. You know, not knowing the story or whatever. But most of the guys that go broke or go be down bad, you know, it's because of a woman because they didn't put up parameters and things of that nature. Because 9 times out of 10, it always starts with a man breaking a woman's heart who goes and breaks another man's heart. But really, a lot of times in my experience, it's because of the parameters and the boundaries that the women set after they done simped after like they first love or the guy they lost their virginity to or whatever. And this leads them to having higher standards for themselves. And like I said, we might scoff at them, but fellas, we got to really learn how to patent it. We have our first heartbreak or whatever, or we want to scream red pill or MGTOW, or for my brother, save yourself back then. We got to start learning, these parameters, and we also had to learn. We had to get into an abundance mindset, and it's like, why does the women, when they get the simping, they have an abundance mindset, even some of them well into their old age, where statistically we have the advantage. But realistically, we can learn a lot for the sisters, man, from this. Like, they'll go to school, if they get sick or have a kid or whatever, they'll go to school, they'll open up a business, they'll raise their stock, they'll post up a side story or whatever. Everybody will like it. It's gonna get views, it's gonna get clicks, it's gonna get this, that, and the third, and it's gonna get celebrated. Now, for us, a lot of times we don't want to be successful, and we don't want to learn from our simping because there's nobody there to celebrate it, because everybody is looking at you as a man that you should have known better. Women get that benefit of the doubt. So when we get our shake back, we look at the women, because I've seen countless women. I'm talking about domestic disputes, multiple kids, failed marriages, you name it, and they'll bounce back and they'll be even bigger and better than they were before. But for the guys, it's just like it's a downward spiral. And once we start losing with women, we continue to lose with women because we don't put up boundaries, parameters, and standards. And I'm kind of repeating myself because I want to break it down, because women are simp too, and they won't simp on you. You think because you a good guy, you got a nice job, you got a decent car, you got an okay place, that this woman should be falling at your feet and saying, thank God Almighty that he sent me this man to help me get over my heartbreak, raise these kids. But as well, you just something to do. You know what I'm saying? You just something to do. And that's the mindset. We gotta, the guys that simp, excuse me, sugar fire hidden. The guys that simp, we be thinking that we guys give to women, right? We be thinking that we're here to save them. And that's what we mess up at. Over and 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 over again. Whereas the woman, she makes sure she is actually coming with something. You know what I'm saying? She's making sure her money right, her kids taken care of, and maybe, just maybe after that, she'll, maybe entertain the thought of another man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we should do. I'm not saying save yourself, black man. I'm not saying curse all, women, MGTOW, red pill, whatever, because it don't take all that. You can hold those values and have those traits without making a public statement or a public service announcement online and being butthurt. You know what I'm saying? And to be real, we know that women simp, but we want women to simp after us because we feel like we have something to offer. But if we take away those material things, what really are we offering them that the said Pookie and Ray Ray or the dude who did them wrong, what are we really offering them? What are we really bringing to the table? You know what I'm saying? Besides our anatomy, are we uplifting them? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And do we realize that when they give us this side story about how they simp, it's not for you to try to change it. It's to let you know that they won't be making the same mistake on you. And a lot of times, if the girl kind of likes you and you're nice, they'll tell you, hey, this, and this happened to me back then. You know what I'm saying? And you have to listen. You have to take it upon yourself to listen, because you thinking in your head, oh baby, I'm going to change the world and change the game, and I'm going to rid her of her problems and her pain and restore her pride in a woman. And that just ain't the case. You can't restore those things. She has to work on those things internally. She has to work on those things individually. You can't save her. You know what I'm saying? And nor should you want her to bow down and simp for you like she simped for that other guy. Because what you're saying is, I was too good for you to do all this for me. Why am I not worthy of you doing all this stuff for me? Why am I not worthy of you simping for me? You know what I'm saying? That's basically when you complain about a woman. Hold on, y'all. When you complain about a woman not being submissive or not operating on your program, you should already be making your escape, your exit plan, your lead. You should already be doing it. It shouldn't be no thing for you to, you know what I'm saying, make your lead. And then I'll tell you another place where you simp at. After you find out the past, you're nervous about the present and the future, because she's not really tripping off of you like that. She feels, because she has simped, that she's already unworthy of your love. She's already told herself that you are too good for her, and that's why you shouldn't present yourself as a superhero. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not perfect. She's going to be skeptical because she's used to a guy who has disrespected her on every level. She's used to that. So why don't you just chill? Why don't you just chill and let things progress naturally? Don't think if I show up, if I'm there, if I'm, always in her face, that she's going to stay loyal to me and she's not going to cheat and she's not going to do X, Y, and Z, or, you know what I'm saying, or be so afraid of somebody taking her or being with her that you stop doing what you're doing. Because again, she already in telling you the past. Because if a woman don't tell you about her past, that means she's by all accounts healed from that past. She might say, I'm not dealing with no man that is disrespectful, or I'm not dealing, generalization. But if she ever gets into specifics, that it's time to abort the mission. You immediately tell her, it's time for me to go. Thank you, but no thank you. Especially if she got some kids. Because if there's a glimmer of hope, a ray of sunshine that she can get back with her child's father, it's over with. And you have simped, as she has simped, for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You should follow her simping so you know how to navigate the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Move forward. You know what I'm saying? Move forward because hold on, that biscuit fire. I'm on the roll right now, so you see how laid back I am about this topic because this is how laid back you should be when you conversate with a woman who you seen simp, who's had a less than stellar dating past, and you coming in green, not being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You gotta quit. That's the other thing too. When you see that a woman is simping, you have to give her room and give her time. And here's the next thing too. These type of women, you don't really need to sleep with. And further, these type of women, you don't really need to sleep with. I'm gonna say it one more time. These type of women, you need to sleep with because they looking for a commitment. And if you be real with yourself, you're not looking for a commitment. You know what I'm saying? You're telling yourself you're looking for a commitment because all you know how to do is simp. You have been programmed by either your parents or your own timidity. I think I made that up, but your own scariness, timidness, all of that to be a full blown, full time simp. You think saying no to a woman or anybody for that matter is going to stop, it is going to make a woman not want to deal with you. If you come in simping, both of y'all can't be simping. You know what I'm saying? Girl told me this one time. One of us has to be emotionally stable. We both cannot be emotionally unstable. And you definitely can't be because you the man. And that was the realest thing a woman had ever said to me. One of the realest things. But like I said, if simping is in her nature, when I say that, I mean by her dating past, you have to deal with her from a distance. You know, this is a friend. Y'all start off as friends. This is a chick you put into the friend zone because she has simps. You have simp, she has simp, and if you play that angle, you still could get some of the benefits if you not, you know, like I said, for all my men of God out there, my children of the Lord, you shouldn't even be on there knowing. You should be focused in on your purpose. You should be focusing in on being, getting yourself as close to marriage material as possible. Excuse me. And you should be focused on preserving yourself so that you don't play yourself. But if you out here, you know, trying to be in and of this world, then it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a long day for you. It's gonna be a long day for you because you can't live a double life. You can't serve two masters. You're gonna have to make a choice. Do you want to get out here and, you know, get your David on, or you gonna stay with your purpose? You're gonna stay as pure as possible. You're gonna find you a pure wife or a pure fiance or whatever, as close as possible. Maybe, you know, if not a virgin, maybe one or two counters, and y'all gonna build from there. And then you got to decide too: is marriage something that you even want? You feel me? Do you feel like possibly sacrificing, or do you feel like having the discussions of a prenup? What's kids gonna look like? Like, Are you brave enough? You see, this is one thing too. In your simping, you have to read her simping. You have to make sure that you're not simping in response to her past simping, and you cannot feed or reward these bad behaviors. So, you know, if you're dealing with somebody, you know, you're going to have to accept them or not. Point blank, period. You don't have to accept kids. You could be really feeling them. They might have something going on health wise. You're going to have to accept that, whatever it may be. You're going to have to make some exceptions. You're going to have to accept things, and you're going to have to make some exceptions if you really want to be with this person. And ask yourself, have you got that, that sexual flame extinguished? Because, like I said, a lot of times women, they get their heart broke. They have a hot girl summer, and they date and they date and skate. They may not pump and dump, but they date and skate, meaning that they'll date a guy, and because if he's not here to these standards, they'll get rid of him just like that. And that's what we have to start doing as men. We have to start putting ourselves first, because women have been putting themselves first. They have been kicking our butts. They have been taking our money, spending it with the next one. We got to get out of that simping mentality. And we also got to start dealing with the women who like us too. You don't have to simp for a woman that likes you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what women learn. If a man likes me, you know what I'm saying, then I won't have to simp for him. And see, they're able to hold it down, because a lot of women, they're not having as much. Well, they probably are, but nowadays, from my outlook and my, scope of things, they're not just having sex with a lot of people. It's some women that's out there doing it, some men that's out there doing it, but they're not just having a whole bunch of sex with a lot of people. They're having a lot of sex with the one or two people that they actually like. You feel me? So you have to, again, learn from the simping. You know what I'm saying? Learn from the simping that has happened in front of you. Because if she likes you just a little bit, she's going to let you know everything that you need to know. You feel me? Everything that you need to know, she's going to tell you. Everything that you want to know, she's going to tell you, if you come in peace. If you come with a listening ear. And then you gauge on how you engage and how much you engage, and you stay on your course. Women will date men and be in full-blown relationships, but they're still going to do what they want to do. They never give up what they want to do for a man. They will ruin your life. They will use you. They'll do everything, because they can't get revenge on the man they simp for. So they're going to get revenge on you. So if you're simping, trying to keep this woman, you might as well just cut her loose and let her go. I got so many stories and so many times that this has happened to me. And I'm telling you now, today is the time to see how women dealing with simping, and see how we dealing with simping, and decide right here and now what kind of man you're going to be. Are you going to be a savior for a woman simping, for a woman's bad choices? Or are you going to be a man? And even if people make bad choices, if the love is there, if the connection is there, if that person is willing to work with you, if that person that has room in their heart, none of your shortcomings, none of your faulties or frailties are going to matter to that person. But you got to go out here and find that person. And that person may not be the big booty chick off of Instagram that you like looking at when nobody is looking after Bible study, when you get home after church. The chick that you see at the supermarket or the gas station or the chicken spot that's got the big booty that you've been trying to holler at, or the auntie or the little chick at, you know what I'm saying, wherever you go, you see or you frequent it, you know, and shoot your shot. The easiest way to get out of simping, I'm gonna just say this, is just start shooting your shot. Start shooting your shot. Take things slowly. Um, just kind of let things progress. Keep keep your options open. But at the same time, if you've got somebody, and I can say this because I've experienced it. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced it, I ain't gonna put my business out there now, but it's refreshing when you find somebody. It just click. It's easy. The woman that's for you, it should be easy, and not easy meaning in the fact that, you know, she's gonna make it easy for you. She's gonna do for you. She's gonna be nice to you. She's going to be there for you. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to follow her around, sniffle behind her because her ex might be lurking, or her baby daddy might be lurking, or this dude that might be more attractive than you. You have to be confident. And that's what I had to give women. Women could be 3 kids and overweight or whatever, but they're confident and they gonna still be able to hold out hope. They might cry or whatever on Instagram, but it's still somebody in the wings, in the background that they dealing with, and sometimes they waiting on to act right. So you gotta learn. Women deal with simping way better because they learn from it most of the time from the first time. They don't have to keep going through it. They don't have to keep experiencing it over and over and over again until something happens or till something tragic happens to where they can't simp no more. Women learn after the first or the second time. So it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be able to read that simping when it comes along? Or are you gonna be able to see from outward examples, immediate examples right in front of you, or are you gonna just keep simping and let the women keep on winning? Because the women like let me give y'all a real life example. Meg Thee Stallion simp for Tory Lanez, right? And Tory Lanez simp for Meg Thee Stallion. Oil and water don't mix, ladies and gentlemen. The incident, whatever the truth is or what's going on, it's looking like the farther this gets drugged out, it looks like he ain't do it. We're gonna have to see. He innocent to prove he guilty. But Meg Thee Stallion and went on and dealt with a dude that ain't nowhere near, to me, as talented as what you call him. But it's working for her. You see how she came out and said that dude Party Fontaine is letting her be herself. That meant that Tory was insecure about her being, or maybe according to what she's saying, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the case. We don't know. I'm not gonna put nothing on nobody, but I'm just saying, when a woman comes out and brags on her man like that, you know what I'm saying, and lets her do her, and then they get money together and doing whatever the case, whatever they doing, if he writing for, he ain't writing for, if she writing, whatever the case may be, right? It's all part of the plan, man, because she learned from her simping. She learned that I have to get a man that is going to allow me to do me. That's going to allow me to do videos, twerking, doing whatever, you know, we like it. I ain't going to sit up here and lie and sit up, oh my God, I can't stand her. Y'all know y'all like Meg Thee Stallion, and y'all like watching them videos she be doing. Y'all know y'all do. Quit lying. You know what I'm saying? But you see, in that aspect, because she was dealing with guys that wanted to either control her or she wanted to control them, and they was simping, they was trying to do a whole bunch of stuff like to undermine them, right? When she wasn't getting her way. Now she's with a man who's allowing her to be her, and she's going to be submissive towards him. That's what we need from women. If we see we not getting our way with women, we need to exit up out of there. We got to stop wasting time. We got to quit worrying about how it's going to make them feel, because when women is done with us, they're done with us. So that's basically what I wanted to say, is give my I know a lot of people are going to be mad about this episode, but it's Tales of a Simp. I got to keep it real. Women learn from their simping. Women grow from their simping. And women win from their simping because they learn the next go round what they will and will not deal with. So it's your boy, Big Kills on your phone, and money still long, team forever ever strong. Tales of a Simp podcast, episode 8. We out of here. Peace.